Now is Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter. Congressman, it's great to see you this morning. Thank you so much for being here. You're on the House Budget Committee. It's astonishing what has been revealed here. I just Googled the oldest person in America is 114 years old. She is the oldest person. Meanwhile, in the Social Security Administration, we've got people listed as being 360 years old, 159 years old, et cetera, receiving Social Security benefits. What a waste of money. Wow.
There's no question about it. And this is exactly what Doge was intended to do and what we wanted them to do. And I applaud what Elon Musk is doing. I know the Democrats are coming after him. We had a hearing the other day in the Energy and Commerce Committee, and they were, President Elon. That's ridiculous. This is taxpayers' money. It's Democrats, it's Republicans, it's all of our money. And we should be looking at it. We should be using 21st century technology to uncover the waste, fraud, and abuse. We've got such a bloated bureaucracy. There's going to be waste, fraud, and abuse.
Yeah. So how does this happen that no one noticed this until Doge had to get in there? I mean, is there just no checks on who's receiving our money? I mean, this is all taxpayer money.
Well, I think that the technology, the algorithms and the type of checking that Doge is doing, that Elon is using, those type of procedures, I think that they are uncovering it, and that's what we should be using. We should be using 21st century technology to check on these things, and I am just delighted that we're finding this waste, fraud, and abuse because we know it exists. We've known it for quite some time. We've just got to uncover it. And now we've got to do something about it.
So why are the Democrats losing their minds over Elon Musk having access to all of this stuff? Do they not recognize the importance of finding this waste and eliminating it?
I think they recognize the importance, but what I think is they're lost in the wilderness and they have nothing to really hold on to right now politically, and they're just looking for something, anything that they can attach themselves to that they think will bring them back into power. This is not going to do it. Listen, people appreciate what Elon Musk is doing, and they don't have access to personal information. Of course, they're being vetted, and the algorithms, the procedures that they're using, they are uncovering all this, and this is exactly what we wanted them to do, exactly what we had hoped for them to do.
I mean, Congressman, no wonder that the Social Security Fund is expected to go insolvent they're talking about Social Security Retirement Fund going insolvent in 2033. So what does this mean for you and your colleagues right now looking to cut expenses to come up with the offsets to execute President Trump's agenda? 76% of the spending in government goes to mandatory programs. Now I'm questioning really what's mandatory. Are you going to be cutting into the mandatory spending in order to come up with offsets, to come up with your reconciliation package? Where does that stand?
Well, if it includes waste, fraud, and abuse, yes, we will be. Whether it be mandatory or just discretionary, it doesn't matter. If it's waste, fraud, and abuse, then we're going to get rid of it. That's what we're after. Yes, we want to make sure that we can cut as much as we can, and we're depending on Doge.
Right. So where does the reconciliation package stand right now? Because the word is out that you're having lots of disagreements with certain people in the party who basically say, look, on the one hand, my priorities is lifting the SALT cap. On the other hand, other people's priorities are cutting out spending. How are you squaring that circle?
Oh, you're exactly right, Maria. We do have a number of different groups in our conference that have different priorities, and we're trying to address those. As you know, last week we passed a budget reconciliation resolution out of the Budget Committee. It's a good product. I'm very proud of it. Our committee worked very hard to get this done.
Energy Secretary Christopher Wright, speaking at the Alliance for Responsible Citizenship Forum in London yesterday, he's calling out the UK's rush to eliminate carbon emissions with a warning that it's backfiring. Watch this.
Net zero 2050 is a sinister goal. It's a terrible goal. It's both unachievable by impractical means, but the aggressive pursuit of it, and you're sitting in a country that has aggressively pursued this goal, has not delivered any benefits, but it's delivered tremendous costs.
And, of course, Congressman, President Trump recently signed an executive order to create the National Energy Dominance Council to focus on accelerating U.S. fossil fuel production, boosting the private sector investment in energy. Liz Peek, jump in here.
Good morning. I think one of the problems that the president has is that the resistance to using fossil fuels is not just a national resistance in some quarters, but it's also by state. We see in New York State, for example, the fact that all of a sudden the cost of electricity is going through the roof, and the governor is having to pivot on allowing an expansion of natural gas imports into the state. I mean, I think Congress really needs to look at this as a whole, but also begin to tackle some of these state-by-state mandates like in California and New York and so forth that are restricting whole regions' growth and prosperity. What do you think about that, Congressman?
I think it's an excellent point. And yes, we do need to look at it state by state and region by region, because I will tell you, I'm headed to Houston, Texas this afternoon. I'm going to be speaking to an energy forum out there. And my message to them is that we need to do a better job in the fossil fuel industry of telling people, of telling the public how we decreased emissions here in the United States of America while growing our economy. And we have done that. And I don't think they tell that story enough.
Yeah, agree.
Meanwhile, you've got Kathy Hochul threatening to take Eric Adams out of his job. Why? Because he's going along with the Trump administration in terms of deportation?
I don't know, but I love it when Democrats fight like this. This is just great. This, you sit back and you want to get popcorn, you just want to watch it, but it's ridiculous. Look, what they do in New York is, I don't think, an indication of the whole country. So I don't think we should look at that as being as being the pulse of the country, if you will.
Well, I mean, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem set up a multi-million-dollar ad campaign to combat illegal immigration. It's set to air in the United States and across the world. Here it is. Watch.
If you are considering entering America illegally, don't even think about it. Let me be clear. If you come to our country and you break our laws, we will hunt you down. Criminals are not welcome in the United States. If you try to enter illegally, you will be caught. You will be removed, and you will never return.
Congressman, what a difference since President Trump is in charge. Tom Homan told me that border crossings are down better than 90%. But the Democrats are still fighting the deportation efforts.
No question about it. That border is closed now. We see the numbers there decreasing daily, and that is a good thing. The open border policies of the Biden-Harris administration are over with, and now we've got to repatriate these people. And let me tell you, Kristi Noem is a good friend. She's serious. And Tom Homan, I just cannot say enough good things about Tom Homan. He is going to make sure that we get back to being a country of laws and follow those laws.
All right. We will leave it there. Congressman, good to see you this morning. Thanks very much.